let's start. Let's start another session of Curse of Strahd. Alright, so a recap of last session to see where this is leading us. After some trouble here in the town of Vallaki regarding both the Baron and a noblewoman, a powerful noblewoman named Fiona Wachter, you had an altercation with the latter, and it culminated in you discovering some information about this woman. The Baron was suspicious of cults activities in town, and that Lady Fiona Wachter could have something to do with it. And of course, you got the information about this and defeated some cultists, and after that, the Baron himself sent some men to the Wachter house to secure Lady Fiona and escort you. Of course, after some things Kida said, she was escorted to the Reformation Center, but didn't stay there for long. For the party talked to Baron Vargas, which pulled some strings to take Kida away from the Reformation Center because of the help you provided. He then invited you to, on the next day by the morning, to come to the Reformation Center to serve as witnesses and to watch the trial of both Fiona Wachter and her family and others who were alongside her. You took a time to rest for a bit on the Blue Water Inn, talked a bit with Rictavio about some stuff. He gave you some information, of course. And on the next day, you had some things to do before you could go to trial there to see what was going to happen. You walked around town trying to fix clothing, find some things to buy. You even bought a pearl so you could identify some magical items in your possession there. You also tried and talked to Saberclaw, what seems to be the saber-toothed tiger that was caged in the Arasek stockyard. Kida decided to let him free so he could hunt around, and after exploring a bit more of this wagon where he was held, you discovered some information about the owner. There were some strange things there that seemed to put some mystery into this strange figure that you met. The bard that, like you, was also an outsider to all of this. Of course, you left that there. You didn't want to steal from someone that you might consider an ally. And after everything was done on that day there, on the start of the morning, you then began your way to going to the Reformation Center yet again and watch what's going to unfold. So that's where we are going to begin today's session, with you guys on the town of Vallaki, about to go towards Reformation Center. You see what's going to happen there, right? It's morning.
We're going to the town center to... Yeah. Before heading to the Reformation. I think that's what the plan was. Just correct me if I'm wrong.
Was to go to the town center to ask around to see if you could find some guards to understand what would be the time that the trial would take place.
There we go. There was something along those lines.
All right, so
Do we...
did you come up with any ideas on the seconds that you had to think from here to here? Translated to you had 1 week to...
I'm gonna cast Fireball into the town.
Nice. All right.
All right, we're dead. Bye.
Every time.
Yep. Is there any guards around here at the moment?
Most of the time, there are always some guards here and there, and of course, there is a guard. Actually, 2 of them here at the moment.
And is there people in those stockades still?
Yes.
Same amount of people, or a little bit less than usual?
Seems that the people that you saw a few days ago are still there. Stay for more than a day, perhaps.
Okay. Alright. Do you guys want me to talk to these guards, or do you want me to make sure I don't go ahead and make a fool out of ourselves?
I'd probably stick to the basics, if I were you.
Okay, just ask what time the hearing at the Reformation Center is happening. Okay. So I'll approach the guards.
Of course. You do that. You see that the guard looks at you and says, "Oh, hey fella, what can I do for you?"
I'll have this moment, I'll just turn down and look at myself and go, I'm wearing a dress. Oh, wait, I'm in the thing that that lady gave me. Is that a dress, or is it just a bit of a...
No, it seems to be a
What?
commoner's clothes, maybe. Not too fancy.
Not too fancy. Alright. I think I'm going to look very odd if we go to the Reformation Center looking like this, but oh well, that's another thing for a moment. What time is... I hear there's a thing happening at the Reformation Center. Have you heard what time it's starting at?
Anytime now, I would say.
Okay. Alrighty.
You gotta go there?
We were asked to attend.
Better hurry up then.
Great. I'll quickly run back to the others and go, apparently it's going to start any moment.
Well, we better rush then.
Alrighty, you head there. I'll see if the outfit, my outfit's ready, because I don't think this is going to be... I'll look out of place.
The rest of us don't?
Mm.
This guy's literally a giant bird.
I'm all about my appearance. I like to look nice.
Irina just says, I think I need to agree with Kita here. I mean, what do you prefer to? Not be there and be judged by the Baron by not being there, or the clothes?
You've got something on you, just I wouldn't worry about the way you look at the moment.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's not like you got your tits out, Kita. We're Percha. I also don't have my That's a good thing. We
Yeah.
should probably get down there.
Yeah.
Clothes aren't going anywhere, Percha.
I'm just not used to something so baggy, that's all. Alright, let's go. I'll just have to manage.
You should be. You're old enough.
I suppose the good thing we are hopefully not going to be the center of attention today then.
Let's hope not. Yep, heading to the Reformation Center then.
All right. You leave the town square there, start to make your way to the Reformation Center. Which path do you want to take here? Let's go, guys! It's about to start. Let's go.
South. I'd say south.
North. North.
I'm going over here. I'm going over here.
Wow,
I want to go this way. I want to go this way.
Everyone's going split direction. Shit.
All right.
I'm
What's
going
the,
this way.
what's the decision? Let's go.
The south. I'd go south, and that's
Yeah, I go south.
All
Yeah,
right.
south. God, what could possibly go wrong?
All right. Start going
You
there.
show up.
An ancient gold dragon comes down and
We actually-
fire on us.
You pass by the Burgomaster mansion here. Pass by the Blinsk toys.
Ain't the Reformation down
Oh.
here?
You
We had
Oh.
you took a wrong turn there. Not me.
I
You.
did.
You did. That was not me at all. That was the group. All
Confess
right.
The rest
the
of the
end.
group. They're like, oh shit, where's he going?
All right, so you you get to the entrance of the Reformation Center here, and from outside you can already see some movement here and there. You see some guards. The Reformation Center is always surrounded by guards here and there. Inside there are a lot of them also as you get in. But this time you can see that there's even more guards and some people maybe peeking around. You see that one or two enter and go towards the entrance of the Reformation Center, which leads to the courtroom that you were before. Right. You start to go in there, see some people also going alongside you, and you seem to arrive, and there's something already going on as you arrive. You get inside and you see that there's a person being led to the side there that you do surmise are the jail cells that you were brought to when you were here before. And then the Baron starts to scratch his beard and asks, "All right, who's next then, Ozarka?" "Oh, Baron, this one is important. She is," and the Baron says, "Ha, of course I know who she is, Zaka. You don't need to get further with this. I suppose we all know Lady Fiona Wachter, don't we, dear?" You see that the lady there just scowls and doesn't say anything.
As she does that, I'm gonna telepathically. Is she within 30 feet by any chance?
You can get close enough to get to 30 feet of her, for sure.
I would like to just be, if there's someone sort of blocking a view between myself and her. I want to be able to see
Sure.
just enough that I can telepathically say to her head, and it's going to be in a creepy voice. It's going to be very menacing. It's trying to saying, "You deserve this." And it's going to be a very creepy voice. I'm going to try to manipulate my voice to go ahead and try to cover it up so she doesn't figure it out.
Of course. She seems, at the moment, unfazed. Roll an insight.
Ooh,
Ooh, I like that.
that's a rare
Alright.
Judge Percher roll.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Everybody
You-
screenshot.
Do you realize that, by the way she's conducting herself, she has a strange confidence to her, and even with things spoken inside her head, you can see that she's not bothered by you, at least. And as things start here, you see the Baron. Well, let's get this over with. I did know you had something to do with the cult, Lady Wachter. Was only a matter of time until we unfurled what was happening there. I suppose you thought yourself smart, didn't you? The lady doesn't say anything. And well, he looks at all the folk, look at you, the group there, and says, well, we have proof, folks. Proof of what this woman really is. What she's really trying to do here in Vallaki. Converting some of you to become servants of the devil. Is that what you want for the town, folks? To be slaves to that one? And you see that there are some murmurs in the crowd there. Some of them are asking, is it really true? A cultist? No way. I knew there was something off with it. Well, Lady Wachter, is there anything that you want to say in your defense? Because with everything that we gathered from your house, the only thing you can really ask for is forgiveness. Maybe I will oblige. Maybe I will leave you there to be reformed for not that long. What do you say? You see that the lady there just furls her eyebrows there and goes forth and says, you have no idea, Vargas, of what you are doing. You have no idea how incapable you are. We will get back to you. Rest assured. To you and to those who wronged us. Still on that high horse of yours, huh, Lady Wachter? No matter. Well, now to pass my judgment. I sentence both you, your sons, your servants, and your daughter of yours to death. You will bother us no more, Lady Fiona Wachter. And no one's going to be left to do any vengeance on your behalf. Take her away.
I'm going to telepathically say to Vargas, I turn and say, "You're putting an innocent child to death?" Telepathically.
You see that she goes towards the crowd, looks around. You see, folks, my son just left. A sad thing, really. I do not know if any of you are harboring him. But I will figure that out too. I will figure out what happened to him. And she looks towards the group, towards the crowd there. And you see as Lady Fiona Wachter is taken away. And another person is also led to there. You see a woman being led and now to be judged, and you see as Zarka goes, "There's another one, Baron." And the Baron, "Oh, yes, I am well aware of this one, Zarka. No need for any introduction. Right, dear Amalthea." And you see the woman that works for the Baron also being led in. The shy maid that took you in, got yourself to the Baron's side, now being led to be judged. Show you the woman here. Oh, wait. All right. You see the woman here being led to be judged by the Baron. So, Amalthea, are you still on your mind to tell me that you know nothing about the whereabouts of my son? I seem to have told you that you were supposed to look after him. And yet, you let him slip away. You say he didn't tell you anything, but you were the only one he talked to in that house. Do you stand by your statement? And the woman tries to cry and say, "Baron, I didn't do anything, I swear. Maybe it were the ghosts that were there. I don't know. I've started hearing things." And the Baron now talks about ghosts. Maybe you were not that right on the head, but rest assured, Amalthea, you will be well. All will be well in Vallaki. There's nothing wrong with the town. Everyone who do wrong here is dealt accordingly. The devil is never going to touch us, because we know how to keep him away. And we keep him away by dealing with people like you, Amalthea. Unreliable, against the interests of the town. I hope when you come back, you will be on your right mind again. Take her away, Dane. You see as the maid is also taken away to the side there. Well, folks, that's it for today. I suppose this town is now way cleaner than before. And you can thank the group there who works for me. They are the ones who investigated Lady Wachter. Now the town is safer because of them. You can thank them. And it is at this point that you see that the people that once hold you dear start to, well, think a bit more about this. You see judgment on the eyes of the people. Some of them just nod their head in disapproval. Some of them start to leave. And then the Baron himself will go towards you. The place starts to be vacant of any people. And the Baron and some guards approach you and said, "Oh, hey, my fellow friends. Thank you for coming here. Hopefully, we didn't really need you to say anything. I mean, we had so much proof of the things that were happening there. Can you believe? She even had a book about the code." Easy fish.
I look at him and I'll turn just a gingerly smile, but I will say to say, "You set us up. I thought you wanted to keep this all quiet about our involvement."
Well, now that the things are the way they are, good on my side and yours, there's no need for you to be hidden anymore.
Telepathically, she'll say, "You tricked us."
Not at all, not at all. I told you that you couldn't say you were working for me because, I mean, if Lady Wachter knew, you wouldn't be able to get so close to her, would you? And now that she's gone, that's not a problem at all.
A bit of a heavy scowl is going to be on Perch's face as she turns away and walks away from him.
Yes, friends. You are welcome in Vallaki, but remember, all will be well, and I will guarantee that all is well here in Vallaki. You need anything, come and look for me. And you see as Vargas goes back into his chair and starts to talk with both Zarka and Dane.
I'm going to go to the other group as I walk back.
All right.
And I will say to each and every one of them, "We got screwed."
In what way?
Hardly surprising anyone, Percha.
Is there any guards nearby to us?
There are some guards here and there, but you can always search for a place
Yeah.
a bit more quiet.
Yeah. I move the party away into a very quiet area where there's very little people around to overhear a conversation.
Sure. All right, you do that. You get a a bit away from the Reformation Center there. Can still see it, but seem to be alone at the moment.
Devlin, bloody, we made a bad deal.
I think this deal was going to turn sour any way we took it, Percha. At least the way things are, the cult is behind bars. We can hope the boy is safe. And maybe these people look at us with a little apprehension now. But we have the Baron in our pocket. At least a little bit indebted to us.
Honestly think he needs to be knocked off his pedestal right now.
Now's not the time, Percha.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, sure. Let's just go back into the courtroom and do it.
He killed someone. He killed his servant just because his son's gone missing.
She was not sentenced to death, only to be reformed.
He did save the kid.
But he's also killing a kid.
I don't like it any more than you do. But if we ruffle feathers, this whole city guard, Vargas, Isaac, they'll all turn their attention to us. And anything we need to do in the shadows is going to be exposed.
You do see a bit of like uneasiness in her eyes hearing that. You do see she's clenched up her fist, but she's trying to cover it up with her other hand just so that it's not noticeable. She doesn't like it, but she's biting her tongue now.
Irina, at the moment, says, "Look, I don't really know about those kind of things like you do. I mean, it's not like I traveled a lot. It's not like I met a lot of people. Along the way, we had two choices, I suppose. The Baron or the Wachter, but I can't help but wonder if we could have chosen either."
Starting to think that as well. Are we needing to do anything else now?
I don't know.
I need a bit of fresh air. And she starts to head back towards the marketplace area on her own.
All right.
I don't know what our next steps are from here, but at least the cult is gone. We've dealt with the vampire spawn for now. Our leads all point us out of town at this point. So I say we attend tomorrow's festival, and then we plan on moving along for now.
Yeah, probably start moving west because it seems like that's the best way to go.
Yeah. So, if that's the case, I suppose that will give us one more day in Valaki to get any of our affairs in order.
Yeah. So you probably should try to head back.
So, I guess that means if we're going to have this conversation with Octavio, tonight's the night.
And I need to stop by the church anyway.
Well, I suppose that's more of a plan than I have at this point.
What do you think, Jeruma?
I honestly don't know. Um, Alice, I don't know.
All right. So some of you are still there, close to the Reformation Center. Percha, of course, went towards the shop there, to Arasek Stockyard. So that's what we are going to do as the others decide where they want to go. All right, let's go to the map here. You are currently around here, I suppose, and Percha is making her way towards the town square and then the shops.
His purchase plan is to go grab her clothes. Hopefully, it's mended up enough, and just
Sure.
wander around the place. Slowly walk back to the Blue Water Inn.
All right. You go towards the Arasek there. You arrive at this small shop where you meet again Gunter. And he says, "Oh, you're back. How can I help you this time?"
I just wanted to check and see if the mending of my clothes had been completed.
"Oh, sure. Let me take a look at the back and call for Yelena. Give me a second."
Thank you.
See, as he goes to the side, goes in a side room there. And it takes only a few seconds for him and Yelena to get back. And you see that Yelena has with her the outfit you were using before. Alright, I think it's good enough, I suppose. Usable? Not as good as I would think my sister would make it, but that's decent. And she
Thank
hands
you.
it over to you. You?
Perch will give her a couple of pieces of gold for her time, and she'll just say, "Look, for just something for your time, for taking the time to fix this for me."
Oh, of course, thanks.
I'll give her 2 pieces of gold.
Alright. Well, come back anytime, and you can change the back there.
Thanks.
Yeah.
She'll head to the back area and she'll get changed out of her common clothes into her outfit. Has a bit of a
Alright.
soft smile on her face now since she's now changed back into something she's more comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
Gives back the clothes, and she goes, "Hopefully I don't have to do this again sometime soon."
Hopefully. Take care out there.
I'll try. And she'll leave and slowly walk back towards the inn.
Alright.
She's not rushing it.
Of course. Start to make your way back into the inn. Slowly. As the others on the second group start to make their way too. So,
Making our way downtown, walking fast.
as you pass by here, you see Terry Crews. But he vanishes out of your view.
Hey, I heard that guy loves yogurt.
Alright, you keep going there. Where you wanna go? The second group?
Galen wanted to go to the church, wasn't it?
Yeah, I saw
Oh, yeah.
Galen wanted to go to the church. Yep.
Alright. Alright, you get to the church there. As Poetry starts to make her way to the Blue Water Inn. And the second group arrive at the church and can tell me what the hell they want at the church. I'm kidding. You can tell me what you want there.
I would raise up Azariel and
Yes.
and have the body of Clint.
Kita is going to just keep an eye out for that vampire bitch that tried to kill her last time we were here.
All right.
If she does that trick again, I have something prepared for that. And I'm going to talk to the father to see about getting these bones buried.
For sure.
Bones?
All right, you get there and you see Father Lucian alongside the boy Yeska. They seem to be tidying up the place, cleaning the altar and things like that. And you see as Father Lucian gives a rough laughter there as Yeska starts to skip around until he sees you and stops what he's doing, and both Lucian and Yeska start to go towards you there. What brings you here, child? What can I do for you?
I found something that needs to be interred.
I see.
And I can't, show him the bag, and it has bones from the fallen.
Of course. Is that someone known to you? A friend, perhaps?
Friend from long ago, apparently.
Well, I'm sure he would very much like to have some words spoken from you. Would you like to do that? Or?
You could probably do a few words.
Of course, of course. Well, come along then. I'm sure we can find something to put him to rest. I mean, everyone is deserving of that, at least. See, as Father Lucian starts to move around there and go towards the entrance with the rooms that you were before. And it tells you, oh, just wait for a second. I'm going to take my book here and be right back. You can wait with Yeska here. And you see as Father Lucian goes inside, and you can hear that he's rummaging through something there on the room, and you are left outside of the room with Yeska, who looks at you and says, "Hey, so how things are going out there?"
About as well as you can expect.
Oh, that's good then. You see a innocence on the eyes of the child as it patiently waits for Father Lucian.
Yeah, and I'm not going to squash it because I already had enough kills for one day.
And then Father Lucian comes back and says, "Well, let's go then. Let's give this fella his much deserved rest." So yes, he starts to slowly go to the back to where you found the graveyard passing by. You go with him alongside Yeska. You see the rest of the group waiting for... I don't know if they are with you there, waiting outside. Are you guys with Galen there, waiting for him to do whatever it is at the church?
Yeah, Keto's be hanging outside, yeah.
All right, you see Father Lucian and Yeska leaving, going to the side there towards the graveyard. And you can also see another person there. You see, the boy, although he's big, the boy that you saved not long ago, Milivoj, already there working again as the gravedigger of the church.
Milovaj,
Oshalom.
great to see you're feeling well.
He's in the middle of grabbing a shovel of dirt there, stops, puts his shovel on the ground as he holds with one of his hands and says, "Oh, hey, um, good to see you again."
Of course. Um, I hope you're feeling up to the task, Milovaj. I'm sure if you're still recovering, nobody will be upset if you need a few more days in bed.
Mm. He growls a bit, spits into the ground. I'm good. And starts digging again.
All right. Well, just remember, Milovaj, you can't take care of anybody if you don't take care of yourself first.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Start shoveling things there, and finally, Father Lucian comes alongside Yeska and Galen close to all of you there, and you see that Milivoj stops everything and just puts a new posture, a bit in reverence, maybe, to Lucian. And he goes, "Oh, Father Lucian, what can I do for you, sir?" Uh, well, Milivoj, I suppose we are going to need another grave dug for one of their friends here to rest. Uh, of course, Father, I'll get it done. There's one of the lot back there. If you can follow me, please. And he looks at all of you and goes towards the back of the graveyard there, and you can see a vacant lot there, which he starts to dig. And amidst this slow process that is digging this grave, you see that Father Lucian starts to question you. So, my fellow, how is your stay here in Malaki? Anything of notice?
Just nursing some wounds.
Oh, I see. And the festival tomorrow, are you going to attend?
Probably. Just for something's telling me to go.
I see. Well, I will also be there. But you see as the grave starts to get deep enough, and then Milivoj just stops and says, "All right, it's done here. You can begin."
Alright. So I'll lower the bones into the ground and I guess flip to a page in my book.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bless Ezra. Guide the soul through the mists as they have guided our steps. Illuminate their path. And grant us the wisdom and protection for others. And keep him in your grace as always. Amen.
Well said, friend Galen. I'm sure that this noble soul, whoever it is, going to a better place now. May the Morning Lord watch over him, and that his light guide him towards the better place. As the ceremony starts to end, you see that Yeska is extremely attentive of everything that's happening, much like a sponge absorbing everything around. And Father Lucian nods to all of you and says, "Well, my friends, is there anything else I can do for my friends?"
I believe that's all the business we have here today. Thank you, Father.
Of course. Well, if you ever need anything, if you ever need a safe haven, rest assured that the Church of Saint Andro is going to be here waiting for you.
We appreciate that, Father. I will. Word of caution, Father. Keep the Baron at arm's length for the foreseeable future. I'm sure you're already aware of the man he is, but with things the way they are, I imagine that he's going to get worse before he gets better.
I see. I will heed the advice. I suppose I am a bit safer than most, being who I am and being the Baroness who she is.
Of course.
But
I
I
just,
pity everybody else.
well, Father, I hope that those that need a safe haven in Milwaukee turn to you in the church in this time.
Ah, yes. I would very much like to give them a place of respite. And this place is such a place. They would be safe here. But only for monsters out there. The monsters inside here, well, they can do whatever they want, I suppose.
And I fear they're much more dangerous than the ones in the dark.
They might be. They might be.
The ones out there at least look you in the face before trying to bite you in the neck.
Well, one thing at a time, I suppose.
Of course. I believe after the festival, we'll be traveling west. So I hope you and the people of this town find respite in each other, Father. I fear you may need it.
Well, we will manage, child. We will manage. We managed for so long now. What is just a bit more?
Well, keep that hope in your heart and spread the word. I I feel the people of Valaki are going to need something to turn to.
Yes, yes. And I'll be here. Don't worry about that. Now, don't worry about us and worry more about yourselves and what you want to do here. And I said that before. You have an ally here. More than one, really. Count on them when the time comes.
Well, I don't have the words to express how happy I am to hear that, Father.
Of course.
Stay safe, and may Saint Andrew guide you.
Yes, go with the Morning Lord Light. Both you and everyone on your party there. We will see each other around. Goodbye.
Of course. I look forward to that day, Father. Take care.
And you start to make your way outside of the church there as the father goes in. Where you want to go now?
I don't know, but this music is making me feel like we're going to roll initiative sooner than later.
That's not how it works.
Town guard shows up, and Clint shows up.
Oh, no.
Man.
Clint's running by, and there goes the town guard.
Clint is going to take his halberd and say
Drop
something
it.
stupid. Yeah, I'm going to drop my halberd, and I'm going to pick it up, and then I'm going to drop it again. Do I get advantage?
Then with the amount of times he's dropped his helmet, I'm surprised it hasn't just broken it apart.
But I'm good. We can head back to that tavern if you guys want.
Yeah, I suppose back to the inn.
Yeah, back to
All right.
On the serious note,
Yeah. It's about midday, you would say then, or what time of day is it going to be here?
Not quite midday yet. Maybe
Yeah.
around 10 a.m.
Okay.
All right. You get to the Blue Water Inn.
Who gets there first, the party or myself? Is
I
the
would
question.
say you got a bit first there, maybe minutes before him, before them
Okay.
actually.
Right, we're gonna find a drunk percher.
I would be walking in. I'll go
Mhm.
up to the bar, and I'll say to what's her name? Oh my god, I've forgotten her name already.
You guys gotta stop doing that. They remember your names. You shouldn't
no,
forget
it's
theirs.
terrible of me.
Yeah, you already did harm enough to the town for
Yeah,
you to
I'll
forget.
go up to. I'll just go up to the bar, and I will just turn and say, "Here is 3 lots of gold. I would like. That is the tab for whatever drinks I have for the rest of the night."
All right. Rough day, I
Call me anything.
suppose.
Yeah, you can say that. You can definitely say that indeed.
All right.
So she'll push the 3 gold on the table, and she'll just say, "Pour me your strongest drink." And then we'll go on to the lighter stuff. That way I can still feel the buzz.
All right. You look for one of the tables there to sit. You see that there are some people around here and there. Some of the usual, the people that you always see on the same table, close to Danica there, talking to her, talking to you. Also see other patrons here and there, minding their business, drinking some wine. And of course, you see Eric Tavio atop the stairs again, reciting one of his many stories there. Oh yeah, you also see King, the most important NPC there.
Always and forever.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, like by far.
It's always the one you don't expect to be the lovable one, right?
Yeah.
That's why I'm so liked.
All right. Start to drink around there. Some Red Dragon Crush. She keeps it coming. You see here and there the kids from Danica and Erin skittering around. They pass by and from the distance start to glare at you like they are waiting for any moment to something amazing happening.
She'll look at them, and she's gonna have a bit of a soft smile, but it's a bit forced at the moment for her. She'll look at them and go, I haven't got anything interesting to show you today, I'm sorry. She'll go ahead and just give them a rub their heads just to turn and actually, just to reminisce on the fact of her own kids at the moment. She'll just turn and say, stay innocent and don't get into trouble.
Okay. Are you alright there, miss?
I'm just having a bad day.
Oh. You see the one that's slightly bigger with black hair just goes, and the other one, the smaller one, I have some bad days sometimes too. Just yesterday I stumbled my toe and I couldn't walk straight for the entire day.
Now, hopefully you didn't say any naughty words when you did that, because one of my daughters would turn around and drop the biggest word that I would never hear out of her mouth, and yeah, I had to make sure that she never said that again, so...
Oh no. Mom would never allow us to say bad words.
That's good. That's very good. And are you walking better now?
Yeah. It's already healed.
Now, what were you doing that got you into that predicament of kicking your toe? Were you playing a game?
Yes, we were playing Adventure Against Dragon.
Now, let me guess. And I'll look at the dark-haired boy and I go, you were the dragon, I'm guessing.
No, the dragon was a person that was here not long ago.
Oh?
We were the adventurers, actually.
Oh. Did this dragon have a name?
We don't know him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, what did he look like?
Well, he had the pointy ears just like some that were here before. You know the guy on the Reformation Center? The one that's evil?
Her soft smile turns into a bit of a sad frown a little bit, and she goes, "Yeah,
Just like him. He had pointy ears.
pointy like mine, or pointy like our bard friend over there."
Oh yeah, much like Octavio. They looked alike, actually. He had a
They
shorter
looked alike.
hair, though.
Oh. It's a shame you don't know this person's name.
Yeah. I don't think he knew he was the dragon, you know?
Oh well. Did you make a name up for him, at least?
Yes, evil dragon.
Evil dragon. That sounds like a beautiful name for a dragon.
Yes.
Trogador.
Now,
Alright.
miss, we gotta go. We have some
And she'll
monsters to slay.
scratch both their heads as she bids them farewell, and she says, "Now don't slay too hard because heroes need to rest."
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And if she sees them wandering off, she'll kind of just have a bit that sadness is just sort of lurks through a little bit. And she'll continue to drink.
Alright, I think at this point, the others arrive. See Percha drinking at the side there. Sees the patrons there. And a busy day at the Blue Water Inn.
Oh, welcome back, guys. How was your walk?
I was just interring your friend.
Ah. Who was that again?
Oh, the ghost that guided you to the thing.
Yeah. I wish I was there for that, but I wasn't. Yeah. But I'm enjoying my company with a good drink. And she'll finish that drink, like the remaining of it, and then she'll just look at Donica and go, "Can I grab another drink, please?"
Yes. And she pours more into a glass there. You have another one.
Thank you, Donica. So, what else is on the agenda for our adventurous group of misfits? And she'll just drink a little bit more.
All right. What is on your agenda? Tell me.
Well, what do we have for the rest of the day, everyone?
Good question.
If we haven't got anything, I might just mosey up with a few more drinks for the day.
Is everything okay, Percha?
That proceedings is just yeah. Didn't really expect for someone's child to be and she can't finish the sentence, so she'll just continue drinking her drink.
still time. Do you want to talk the Baron down?
I think when I turned around and asked him not to go ahead and punish a child for the sins of the parent, thought that would be more of a clue for him to not do something so hasty. But he still did it.
Yeah, but if what I'm putting together is right, he blames that girl for his son missing.
No, not the girl. Fiona's daughter.
It's not the not the girl.
Amaldia was the servant at Vargas's place.
Oh yeah, of course.
Fiona's daughter is the one that's a little bit cuckoo in the head.
Yes, was she not the one meant to marry his son?
Yes.
So I'm not saying it's justified, but I feel like he also blames her for his son missing.
Still, an innocent child can't be blamed for. I'm honestly thinking that the decision of her not wedding his son, was for a reason, and
Well,
her being the way she was didn't help.
of course not. But the other ones to blame would be us, Percha. Do we
And
want to
hence,
take the blame to save the child?
if I could, I would go ahead and I would have gone ahead and done something, but I think if I did do something in that courtroom, I think we would have been behind bars and would have been following Lady Fiona just as much.
I think you're right in your assumptions there, but we know where the Baron lives. If you want to try and talk some sense into him, I'm not going to stop you. I will stand by your side. But we have to be prepared for the consequences if we do something like that.
I would think between now and when I finish, maybe this drink, if I want to go ahead and go up to the Baron's house and give him a what for. But I have to think about what I want to say so I don't say something I regret.
Of course. No, whatever you decide, Percha, I will stand beside you.
I'm not too close.
Perhaps let Percha make the decisions and not the Red Dragon, please. And Kita will slide the glass of wine away from Percha.
Can I at least go ahead and just finish that last drink and then...
Whatever decision you make, Percha, make it with a clear mind.
How much of that tab is
All
left,
I ask.
Donica? Maybe my friends might need a drink.
There's still a few drinks that can go around.
Oh, good. Then, drinks for my friends, please.
Of course.
Since I've been cut off, so to speak.
Yes. Let me get something for you guys.
Thank you so much, Danica. So that's one more thing perhaps on the schedule. What else do we have for the day? Do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about how exactly we want to approach Rictavio for what we found this morning?
Oh, we're only going to be here in town for tomorrow only, and I guess, I'll follow your lead, in all honesty. I think if I said what I was going to think about, I think it would be more of the direct approach of just saying, hey, we noticed this, care to explain? But, yeah, I'm not really tactful at the moment.
Really? Whatever makes you say that?
A bit of a sort of a side-eyed look to Jeromo. A bit of a soft smile, but it's more of a cheeky smile.
Oh well, what do we think about bringing the wagon to Rictavio and asking him about what's inside? Perhaps away from the prying eyes of inn patrons.
Do you want him to meet us at a certain time at the wagon?
I'm not sure what our approach should be, but I don't think having the evidence with us would necessarily be a bad thing if we're trying to convince him to tell us the truth.
But we get him to meet us at just before sundown to talk about that, just in case if the talk with Vargas takes a little bit longer to... And we'll go ahead and get him to meet us at his Emporium wagon.
Yeah.
Would you like me to bring him over, or would you want to...
No. Are we sure that's a conversation we want to wait till after the Barons to have?
Oh, I was thinking that. I was just more like letting him know, saying, hey, can you meet us at your wagon at just before sundown, and because we want to talk to him about stuff away from prying ears.
Yes. I believe that's a conversation we should have before we potentially get ourselves put in jail for the night again.
Yeah. So talk to him first, then go see Vargas. I think that's actually a good idea, just in case if I say something silly.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look at Rictavio, and I'll just look at him and go, and telepathically say, can we talk to you at your wagon? We would like to talk away from prying ears. And I'll have a bit of a soft, sort of a bit of a, not a drunkish smile, but just enough to turn and say I'm a little bit loosey-goosey sort of looking. Smile.
All right. You see that he, as you say something to him, he doesn't really flinch when you say, and he starts to end the story there. And you see that he goes, oh, and well, that's how the men found out about his son. And you see that some people just claps a bit. He nods. He nods and well, now I think I'm going to retire for the day, friends. Even I need time to relax. And climbs down from the stairway there and start to go towards you, actually. And he looks at you and says, "Oh, friends, you are back, huh?"
Yes, we are. Care for a drink?
I would very much like a drink, for sure. But I will give you something better. Why don't we play a game of poker upstairs, huh?
Huh.
I've heard of poker, but not poker. But I guess we can go with that.
I see. Well, I suppose I can teach you a bit about that. And it's even better since you don't know, I might make some money. God knows I need a bit.
Oh yeah, Percha makes money with poker as well.
Does she? Well, we shall see.
From what I've been told.
I've learned a few tricks off my mother.
Need you? Well, you can teach me. What do you say? A friendly game of poker with not so high stakes.
Sure.
Of course. Lead the way, Percha.
Would this be to our room or to his room upstairs? Does he have a room in the inn?
He does seem to have a room, but he comments to you, "Oh, we can go to yours for sure. Let's go.
All right.
Mine is
So we'll head to the.
a bit smaller. I don't think everybody's going to fit there."
Fair enough. We'll go to the one of the two rooms that we have. That's the biggest.
Yes. Maybe we can bring some wine too. Hey, Danica, can we grab some bottle of wine to grab upstairs? Of course, Victavia. Which one do you want? The Red Dragon Crush? No. Not
Red
the
Dragon Crush, please.
No. Bring the other one. The one that really makes us go numb. The Grape Wash is good enough for us, right, friends?
I like the way you think, Rictavio.
Grape Wash that is, then. Give me a second, and you see that she takes a bottle of wine and brings to you, give it to you. And those of you who have proficiency in insight, who are you? Tell me.
Insight? Me.
Yes.
Kita.
You, Kita. All right.
Not me.
Not you. I think
Irma?
Drumo does have proficiency in insight.
Yes, I do.
All right.
Oh.
I'll be adding something to it. Well, no, I think Jerome got it.
Damn. Drumo, you see as Danica approaches all of you there and gives you a bottle of wine, a preoccupation on her eyes as she relinquishes the wine bottle. Well, enjoy. Then goes back to the bar and tend to their business as other matrons and patrons start to gather around and ask for their drinks.
Well, off to the room we go.
After you.
I will grab the drink that Keita moved away from me as I go.
All right. Start to go into the direction of the upstairs bed.
As everybody kind of moves that direction, Kita's gonna step back and try to just grab Jermo by the shoulder as they continue to walk.
Sure.
Maybe fly and get that chest, Jermo. We may need it to leverage ourselves here. I'll cover for you.
Yeah, well, we'll see how we go.
All right.
And,
You start to go.
And then Kita will join the rest of the group.
I'll be up there soon. I'll just stay down here and have a few more drinks, and I'll join you up there.
Oh, of course, of course. And roll a deception there.
Ew.
Deception.
Not bad.
Hero point. Oh no.
He did say hero point before. He did say that.
Mm.
Well, I asked if he has one.
No, I don't have a hero point. I've only got the inspiration.
Can I give him my hero point?
Not quite. Only the ones who did the deed can use the deed. All right, then. Let's go. Join us shortly, then, Jiromo. We would very much like to have you alongside us.
Thank you. I'll be up in a bit.
Of course. You get to the side and then go to the upstairs bedroom. Everyone alongside Irina and, of course, Rictavio in his book.
So, how does this game of poker work?
Oh. You really thought we were going to play poker? You asked for a private conversation, and here we are. That was just an excuse for people not to notice. What's on your mind? You seem on edge, I would say.
I'm on edge with a few other things, but that's a whole different conversation on itself.
Sure.
I'll let Peter explain this because I wasn't able to understand the conversation of that one. And her just gonna plunk down on her chair, and she's just gonna cross-legged, and she's just gonna sip a drink of red wine.
Of course. Well, how do I put this? You're a man with quite a few stories, Rictavio.
You could say that for sure.
And you may have the people downstairs fooled. But I know man like you doesn't speak of the things you speak of without seeing them firsthand.
Oh, you think that? Maybe you think too highly of me. I've just heard
perhaps.
things around here and there.
Perhaps you think too lowly of us, Octavio.
Well, well, go to the point then.
I've heard of many great storytellers in my day.
Mm-hmm.
Not many of them know how to deal with the things they talk about.
Well, and who says I do? Like I said, maybe I'm just
Well,
a good listener.
well, the stash of silvered weapons and steaks and holy water you keep in your wagon would say otherwise.
Yeah, I have to admit, it was interesting items that were in that wagon, I will admit. Very similar to something we read recently. What was the book again? Oh. It was that book on vampires, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well,
And
what's surprising is that you were looking to people's stuff, but alright.
well, actually, it was purely accidental that we found it. We just didn't realize it was in there when we got Sabretooth out.
Oh, sure.
Saberclaw, sorry.
Sure, that's
So-
how things go. You find
Figure-
things stashed, hidden, accidentally. I do that all the time.
All we did was we found it, we saw, and we went, and we just went, okay, this is something that we thought to maybe ask you questions about. We left it as it was. We saw and we closed the chest and all that stuff, and we didn't go any further. We just thought it was very interesting. At least we're talking about it.
I see.
So,
And, the book of yours that you were talking about, what's the name of it?
Clint has the book. Clint, do you have the book? Can I have the book, please?
Actually, Clint doesn't have the book. In fact, I have it.
Oh,
And Tito will pull out the book and place it down in front of us.
Oh. Well, I would recognize that book anywhere, since it belonged to me before I gave it to the Baron. So, did he give it to you, or did you just borrow it? You know?
Perhaps you haven't heard, but the Baron is quite fond of us, Rictavio.
in
Oh,
more
he
ways
is.
than one.
Is he? Well, that's too bad.
Well, yes, I agree. But I assure you, this book is in our possession in the most honorable of ways.
Well, it's not like I
But I don't,
would care that
don't find
much, but of
I
course.
don't find it a coincidence that this book tells ways to kill vampires, and you happen to have those very items stashed away for a rainy day, perhaps, Rictavia.
I have more than one, actually. I'm a huge fan of Rudolf van Richten. heard many stories about the men, actually.
Can I insight check?
Sure.
Oh, for fuck!
You have a hero point.
Hard to.
I hear it's not gonna help with
Oh yes, it's
oh, the
inspiration.
inspiration might though.
This man, being a bard, he is a different kind of person, a bit hard to read, but you do realize that by the way he's saying, he seems to be telling the truth. He most definitely know about the man. Well,
What do you think we can
Doesn't
find
seem like he's
him?
omitting anything. Something.
We've had the pleasure of running into a few. Of
you
them,
wouldn't
both
know.
by Rudolph and Richten, but and I'll say we're some fans of his work as well. The line of work we've found ourselves in.
Well, you can't really blame me to have protection, can you? Especially knowing the man who owns this place.
No, I can't blame you. But you also can't blame me for being a little curious of just why a man of your stature needs protection and why you have it kept away, tucked behind a saber-toothed tiger.
Well, I didn't really want for the things that I could use it against to know about those things, for starters. And you can be sure that I can blame you for going through my stuff, indeed.
Yeah. You put enough faith in me to give me the key to the cart?
Well, if I'm being honest, I didn't think you would be the one to go through with it, but I've heard the sights of the tiger going outside. Well, too late now, I suppose.
Yeah. You put your faith in me, I put my faith in Popo, Saberclaw.
Hopefully,
And,
hopefully nothing
and again,
happens then.
and again, I've given you my word, and I assured Saberclaw as well. If the innocent become prey, he'll be my prey. And you still have my word on that.
I don't think you really understand animals that much. Being so close to it surprises me, actually. You assume he's going to remember what he talked about with you. I mean, me myself, I have a good relation with him, but he remembers that I am his master, but the things we lived, I don't think he does. They have simpler minds. They live in the moment.
And that's where you and I won't see eye to eye. He may be a beast, but I don't think he's a simple creature. But again...
Oh no, that's not what I said at all. He's way more complex than us. The way he thinks is not something that we can understand enough. Our minds evolved in a way that rationalizes things. Thing that the animals don't seem to do that much. It's not like they are dumb, no. They just have the air intelligence. They are good in what they do, with what they do. I mean, there are animals that are good at finding food. There are some that are good at running away and surviving against predators, and there are predators that know how to hunt.
Of course. I don't think that's where we're not seeing eye to eye. I just have faith that Saberclaw will make the right decision when it comes to it.
I
And I
hope
assured him.
you are right. I sure do.
And again, if my judgment was wrong, I will be the one to deal with it personally.
Yes, you should punish yourself for choosing to do that, and if anything happens, for sure.
But it takes quite a capable person to have a beast like Saberclaw. Refer to them as master, Octavio. So let's get back to the conversation at hand.
Sure.
Who
Do you know
are
where
you
we can?
really?
Sorry. Oh, yes, that's a good point.
Who am I? Well, I am Rictavio, the man you see before you.
Of course. Well, you're not just some simple bard.
Hey!
All right. Don't just roll things like that, please.
Sorry.
Kind of breaks everything. But, yeah. Seems to be good at with words, I suppose, in a way. Quite persuasive, even. But he does seem to maybe omit things. He's probably something more that he is showing.
Well, I do technically have a spell prepared from the other thing, but it wasn't prepared over here because almost none of my spells are in here.
Mm.
And you
Are
want to
they?
guess which one it is? Because I had it prepared for the trial.
Oh yeah, you are missing quite some spell. Why?
A lot.
I don't know.
I don't know. I messaged it to you so that way while we were interacting,
Mhm.
you could have worked on it, but I didn't tell you because I couldn't really say anything.
All good. Yeah, I can add it there. All right. But which spell do you want to use?
It's Zone of Truth.
You want to use it right in front of him. Is that it?
Yeah. I'm
Sure.
behind him, but yeah.
That's not how it works at all.
I know.
Uh,
It's up to you guys. I can do that.
Well,
Do it, do it, do it.
Sounds good. We already fucked up everything anyway.
burn that spell slot. Who cares at this point?
Yeah,
We're
I
all
know.
gonna die.
You want to use it then?
Yeah, I'll use it.
Sure. All right. What did you say there, Butcher?
I was going to say, and if he seems to do a good roll on his whatever roll is needed to avoid it, I've got something to make him re-roll.
I don't know if there is a saving throw on it. Oh yeah,
It is a DC
Yeah.
15.
There's a saving throw, and he knows that you are casting the spell, and he knows if he failed or not. He knows a lot of things, actually. You also know if he failed or not.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know his roll, though, but you know that he failed. Let me just add things here.
That's okay. Because I think anybody within that.
Yeah, everyone would
have.
need to speak the truth there. If they failed, of course.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm
Well,
ready for when the spell's cast.
Sure.
Guess the only one who's missing out on this is Jeromo.
Yep. That's not Jeromo!
Yeah, Jermo's not there actually.
I'm sure he's stepping the wind to get the chest and come back.
Sure.
Yeah,
Probably
step in the wind
is. Probably is somewhere there flying around where a lot of people can see him, I suppose.
Mistaking him for the devil again.
We will see. Beacon of Hope, Clairvoyance. But I will say that you cast the spell, and you see that he readily recognizes the spell and says, huh. Both of you to use that where everyone can see, depending if I was something that you wouldn't really quite be able to handle, it would be dangerous to you, wouldn't it?
Well, we have nothing to hide, Rotavio.
Well, and you see that he fails it. He chooses to fail, actually. And begins to say to you, huh, maybe you should.
He'd also chooses to fail.
Maybe you should. Maybe you should hide things. Maybe you should take better care. If the things I'm hearing about you here and there are true, you are at most sloppy. And that's not going to work to you at all here in this place. I think you are quite aware of what you are up against. And if you know your spells well, you know that I'm telling the truth right now. I sure have things to hide, but I can guarantee that I am at your side. But I do not believe you are going to last in here. Really, folk? Going around there talk about things like everyone is supposed to hear them. Even after everyone around says that that one has ears everywhere. Even after one of his women came here, you are still not taking proper care. I can tell you one thing. There's nothing that I can tell you that's not going to put me in danger. And a matter of fact, you are here upstairs and not talking downstairs. For me to make sure that he is not listening to us. Do you understand this? Do you understand that everything we talk might be heard from him in some way or the other? I myself, I don't know the limits of his capabilities. Do you? Do you think speaking on a person's head is something that he could intercept, maybe? Have you ever thought about that?
See, Rotavio, these are the things we don't know.
Exactly.
We're not from here.
Exactly.
Which
What you
is
do
why-
not what you do not
why,
know.
Rotavio,
What you do not know, you should assume for the worse, friends. You should.
Rotavio,
Yes.
Rotavio, we have turned to you in hopes of help. In
I
hopes that
am.
Perhaps somebody who has dealt with these things in Barovia might be able to help us. To
I
teach
am.
us,
I am helping you right now. I'm telling
show
you
us the way.
exactly what you need to do. You should take care what you say, what you do. You should always assume for the worst, and you should not go around people and try to talk to them. You have no idea who I am. What if I was him?
Well, perhaps you're right, but my hunch is that you are not.
You have the right hunch. I mean, I cannot lie at the moment, I suppose. And you know I cannot lie. So I can assure you that
You cannot.
I am not him.
I wouldn't.
I am not an
I would
enemy.
not.
But I can also tell you, and it is the truth, I cannot tell at the moment who I am. If I do, I will put me and you in danger. Do you understand?
I wish I could understand the full meaning of the mystery behind your words, Octavio, but I want to trust you. And I think my hunch is correct that you're not just some lowly bard sitting in an inn telling stories. I think you know what you're dealing with. I think you know how to deal with it. And I wouldn't have brought you up here. We wouldn't have be having this conversation if I didn't think you were exactly the man we needed by our side to guide us.
You can say that you trust me, but I do not trust you at all. You are too green. Too green, too irresponsible, and too
That is
unexperienced.
that is completely fair. We have made blunders and mishaps our whole time in Barovia, but we have been here less than a fortnight, Octavio. There are things about this place that we are unprepared for, we don't know, which is why I wanted to come to you. Teach us, prepare us, guide us, because if he finds us first, I'm not sure that we're going to survive either.
Well, it's like I said. I don't think you are going to survive either. And I can't take that chance. If you die along the way, well, it's going to sadden me for sure. But like I said, there's nothing I can say to you now to help or anything of the sort. In a matter of fact, anything that I tell you, it's going to weaponize him. For that reason, I tell you, and I tell you in truth. You know I am. Go out there. Look for things. Get more experience. Look for the books of the men. Rudolf Unreached, and use the ones you already have. I use them. But get better at what you do. That's nothing something I can teach you. If I could, well, someone was going to find out. And with the pieces put together, well, I will be the victim.
Of course. I suppose perhaps it's better for all of us that we plan to leave tomorrow after the festival.
Perhaps. Perhaps. You do need to see more out there to understand more about him. And when the time is right, I'm sure everything is going to be alright. Did you meet Madame Eva?
We have.
Yes.
And I believe one of her prophecies has already come to fruition.
I see. Keep going then.
Last night when we spoke with Octavio, the ruin to the west, What more can you tell me about them?
I don't know more. Everything that I told you, I gathered around here. The way I'm doing things right now, a bit low key. It needs to be.
Of course. Don't get me wrong, Octavio. I respect the way you are doing things, which is why we didn't want to bring this out in public.
Yes, I understand in a
I,
sense.
I, I cannot lie. I am scared.
I know.
I have seen my life flash before my eyes more times than I'd like to admit. And I turn to you. I don't know if it's some blind faith, but I need something to point me in the right direction, and I don't know what it is.
Well, I will say that you should just keep going. Do the things you deem right, and things are going to work out at the end. The only thing I really suggest is that you take really a lot of care and trust your instincts more. If you think someone might be out for blood, they probably are. Don't trust them. Don't make any deals with things out there. People out there that have no interests in things going well. Don't even give them the chance to talk about those kind of stuff. That makes no sense, you know? You either avoid them or deal with them. There's no middle ground. That being said,
So if you were put in the position we were, your life on the line while the Baron wants a cult's heads, what were we doing?
Everything that I say here might put me in a bad spot. You already know too much, actually. I don't know, like I said, the capabilities of that one. I mean, what if you can even read your thoughts? You would know of this exact conversation we are having here. You know? That being said, if by doing something to the town here, by helping them, by fighting either the Lady Wachter or the Baron, I would jeopardize what I came here to do, well, I wouldn't do it at all. But that's me. I'm a different kind of person.
Perhaps things, the way you do things, is the way it should be done. But I've watched too many places fall victim to rulers like the Baron that I can't just sit idly by and watch it happen.
Then do
The
you?
place I come from. Yeah. I just have one more question.
You're ahead.
When the day comes to strike Strahd down, will you be by our side?
Well, I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to vanish. There will come a day that the conversation we are having might shed a bit more light into it. As you consolidate yourself, when I think you will be capable enough of not dying outright, because I have a single chance here, you know? If it's not you, I will need to wait for the next one. So I can't blow this.
I don't blame you. There's a lot of work to be done. I can see that. I hope my friends can see that. We are a long way from getting rid of the darkness in Barovia. But if I die trying, it'll be an honor.
I respect that. One last advice before we finish this up. And remember, we came here to play poker, and that's it. Alright?
Of course.
You do not know me. I am just a boy telling stories here and there. But one last advice. You began something here. You should finish it before moving along. That's the least you can do after what happened. If you come to a place and makes things worse, it's your job to fix it, isn't it?
I suppose you have a point.
All right. Now each one of you, all right, I think. Do you need to say anything?
Well, thankfully, I don't have to worry about the zone of truth when we come to speak to Vargas, because I need to convince him to not kill a little girl.
I wouldn't use Zone of Truth on him at all. If you understood anything that I said here, take
No,
extreme
I'm just
care.
saying.
Especially,
Should probably die.
especially with the one with the demonic arm. That one is business. Take care about him.
Trust me, I've got my eye on that one as well.
All right. I think we are done here. We will probably... I will not say this. I don't know if you are going to last that long. Ways the things are going. But if you do, we will talk again. And now I need one piece of gold from each one of you, since we did play poker after all.
Yes, well, as Purchase said, you may need to explain the game to her.
Oh no, you don't need to play. You just need to give me the gold. I just won.
I'll give him one piece of gold, but I'll turn and actually say, and it was nice playing with you. And she'll just give him a nice ginger kiss across his cheek.
Well, I pay for Kita and Jeromo and me, so.
No.
I will put this
Fine,
to
I'll
good
take the gold then.
use. I will put that to good use. Don't worry.
Of course. And when the day comes, I'd still like to share that drink with you, Rictavio.
I hope so. Well, on our way then, and Jeromo, I will say that you are just now arriving with the chest in hand, hidden,
No, fuck.
hidden with the your wings there, so no one sees. And then everyone looks around, and what do you say there?
Did I miss a party?
Oh.
Yeah, we lost poker.
How does one lose at poker?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's
I
all
will.
that matters, though.
I will say that you don't really have the chest there, but you have some of the things that you could hide. Because the chest you wouldn't be able to hide. I don't know if you could have
I probably would have been
Because
able to hide it or carry
not
it.
not only hide but carry it. You are not
Yeah.
you are not
Oh, yeah.
the strongest bird. But anyways, you do come with some of the things there. What do you want to do with the things that you brought? You brought some steaks, some holy water. What do you want to do?
Well, personally, I don't think using this on Vargas would actually help. Okay, when does the Zone of Truth actually finish? Because I really would like to go ahead and actually not be speaking the truth right now.
Whenever whenever Galen wants to drop it.
Mm,
It's 10 minutes only. It's not gonna.
Oh, there's no drop. It's just 10 minutes. Okay.
Oh my god! So
I was hoping it would drop in the middle of conversation just to be funny.
Midway through a sentence. What am I talking about?
I just said that basically I want to use this steak and holy water and all that stuff on Vargas, but I doubt it would actually work on him since he's not even a vampire. My god. I'm just gonna finish my drink.
wait, you have my stuff again?
We thought it might be plausible to go ahead and play, maybe explain the situation a bit better, but obviously visual show and tell doesn't actually apply. Okay, I'm going to step out of this room because this is becoming too much.
I'm with you there.
And I walk out of the room, try to get out of the zone of truth, be like, oh my god, I can't stop talking.
Wait, are you going to give my stuff back or just rob me?
Give it back to him.
Not rob, just more information.
Look, information of what, sir?
Just kill it.
Shermo, I believe we have
You-
all the information we need.
You weren't even
Fabio?
you weren't even supposed to have the things there with you. Have you at least come stealthily and no one saw the things you have, or you just went there, grabbed everything, and now there are some people around that saw what you did?
Listen, the giant green bird is the stealthiest man I know.
With the speed that I went, no one saw.
Go ahead and roll stealth to see if that's true.
It's kind of interesting.
If I could give him guidance, I would, but I can't.
I'd
No.
like to help.
That's not going to help at all.
I
It
know.
already happened before. That's to know
No,
what
we
happened
know
along
it's like,
the
I would
way.
like to help you with that.
Oh no!
All right, Guillermo, do you want to use anything
You
in
have
there?
inspiration!
Actually, do I?
You do.
I've got an inspiration, yes.
Reroll.
Thank God.
Oh no! Oh no! I just saw the roll.
Oh my god. That's a bit better.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you did badly, but it's not like you did well. If
That's true.
something saw you, you do not know, and we'll probably find out along the way.
This was a terrible idea.
All right,
I've
Give-
Well, that was your Clint maneuver for the week.
all right. Give me that here.
I'll hand over his stuff.
I've stepped
After-
out of the room. I'm just drinking the drink.
And you see that Rictavio is frustrated inside the zone of truth. He says, and I just said, take care. And he leaves the room.
In
And
our defense, he wasn't here for the speech.
you can.
I don't think he cares right now.
He goes downstairs, and you are left on the second floor there, but outside of the zone of truth. And you see that Irina seems pensive as she leaves the room. She goes towards you and says, You know, I might be crazy here, but he seemed a bit familiar. I can't really pinpoint what it is, but I'm sure it's
Oh,
nothing.
well. Yeah, probably.
Mm,
Well, not to say, Irina, whatever it is, you can say what it is that you're thinking, but
No,
I think after that conversation, I think we best not to.
I know. It's not like I don't want to say anything. It's just I don't know. You know? You know when you... It's much like what happened with the other one. The bald one. Isaac. It's like nostalgia. I was like almost remembering something and you know?
Deja vu.
Like it's... Yeah. Close to that, I suppose. It's hard to explain. But
Buka Day.
if I do remember anything, I'm sure to point out, but well, it's not like I can do anything right now.
I'd like to insight check her.
Sure. Go ahead. Good one.
Never mind.
Let me see one thing here.
You know what? For the hell of it, I'm gonna roll. Can I roll inside as well? Just
Sure.
What the hell? If you let me, I'll do it too.
Sure.
no different.
I'm just trying to get the bad rolls out of the way, so.
When the battle starts, right?
Oh, let's get rid of all our bad luck.
Yeah.
Are we all rolling wisdom?
I mean, if you want.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Fuck, where is it? Oh, it's just a
Insight.
straight wisdom.
Insight.
Insight. Yeah.
Hey, you did better than us.
Still the best roll.
Come on. 4 rolls? You couldn't do one of them?
I mean, I could
Fine,
try, but
fine.
the odds
You
of me
want it?
getting it is like 2 and 6.
You already
You really want
tried.
to do this?
I mean, I can
could
add
burn
to
an
it, you know.
inspiration.
I mean,
Fuck it, I'm gonna burn an inspiration then.
oh, sure.
Yeah,
There we
it's
go.
better this
I mean, it's not like she's trying to hide anything. It's just she seems confused. You see the expression of someone trying to remember something but can't quite remember it. Like it's almost coming out of the brain there, the memory, but it isn't. But so the only thing you are left with is that she feels that she knows something about this person. She reminds her of something, but that's about it.
But why did she step out of the zone of truth before she spoke?
No, she was inside the zone of truth.
Okay.
She was stepping out
then I take
of the
that
zone
back.
of
I didn't-
truth.
Then I take that back. I don't want to do an insight check.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn. I'll grab Irina and we'll walk back into the room to sit down for a bit, and I'll turn and say to her, "Well, if you eventually do remember what it was that you thought that you've seen Rictavio from, let us know so that way we can at least know about it."
Yeah, sure.
Is the Zone of Truth still up?
Yeah. It is.
So what's your opinion of Isaac, by the way?
I don't know. He's scary, but it's like I feel sorry for him, you know?
Oh?
Yeah, it kind of feels like he's compensating for something.
No, it's not like that. I don't know. There's something on his face, his expression. It's like, I don't know. I may be crazy, but I see suffering.
You see, you believe
Suffering from having a tiny wiener.
And the way he looked at me, it was not like he was doing something evil, you know? It's almost kindness. It was strange.
Yeah. I have to admit, he does seem to be a person that either has that face of big ego, small something else in his mind, but I don't know. Why did that go? Wait, is the zone of truth? Oh my god, I thought it would have ended by now. I'm sorry, Irina.
What now?
The zone of truth. It's still up in the room.
It is.
Shouldn't be. So that all that covered that whole yelling spiel didn't take long, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Kita will just kind of collapse to the bed, and she's just gonna stare at the
I will say
floor.
that it's about to end there
Quite
on the
unwell.
Zone of Truth for sure. You see that someone arrives there, actually.
Oh boy, who
It's
is it?
Strahd!
Oh, we better run.
Roll initiative. No, I'm just kidding. You see a man. He has a full coat of some sort, brown. You see his goatee. He approaches and you see the unmistakable voice. Oh, my friends, I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
Ah,
Just
hello,
to know that you're
you.
still up.
No, not now. It's gone.
No, nothing at all.
I see. I came here because I do have some information.
Oh, finally.
Of course.
So what's the information?
Well, let's begin with the one that I got first. You told me to look for the person who was, well, asking Mr. Brinsk to make some dolls on the likeness of someone.
Yeah.
Right?
And I turn and point thumbs towards Irene and said, "Yeah, that looks like her."
Yes. I did manage to get such information, of course.
Percha will pull out that platinum and she'll hold it between her fingers. Okay, what's the info?
Well, first things first, I did discover about this and about something else that might be of great interest to all of you, of course. That would cost a bit extra if we take your fancy. But let me give you the information that I promised first. The man that asked Mr. Brinsk to make the dolls were none other than the captain of the guard, Isaac.
Isaac?
Isaac?
Yes, that would be the one.
Now, why would he want a doll that looks like you, Irina? And Percha will pull out, will put the platinum coin out to give it to him, for him to take.
Alright. He takes the platinum coin, tosses up, grabs, puts it on one of his pockets there. Alright. I do have some extra information. I am nothing but thorough on the things I do. So I do have extra things that might interest you, but, well, that would cost a bit extra there if you would really want to know.
How much extra?
Well, let's say that this information is indeed important. 2 more platinum, and we are set. With, of course, the promise of you looking around for me so I can gather more information for you in the future.
Kita will throw 2 platinum onto the nightstand beside her. Go on.
Well, perhaps I don't think you mind that everyone here hears this, but it concerns that one. And he looks to Irina. The fair maid with the red hair. Are you certain you want to listen to this?
Irina, do you wish to?
Yeah. Let's get this over with. All right then.
All right. I will grab Irina's hand and just cup it so that way she's got a bit of support.
Well, this story is a bit obscure at most. I had to find someone who is quite old, actually, and was at the time at the place that this story takes place. You know? You see? This is the story about how Isaac himself came into the care of the Baron. It happened more than 20 years ago, actually. Isaac was a small boy, it says. It was, at the time, the rule of the late Baron, Father to Vargas. It seems like they went for some kind of a hunt a bit farther away from Valaki, taking the road that leads to the Zvalit woods. The woods that a bit closer, I would say, to the village of Bahovia than to Valaki. They went for a hunt there, looking for some game. You know? It is said that the father of Zodar, who also was called Zoda, gave to the Baron a big trophy, a big bear, bigger than most, actually. And the Baron was a bit ashamed that he himself didn't hunt anything of that size. That's why the hunt began. They went to the Svadichu woods, but something happened there. The hunt was cut short because they discovered in the woods a small boy. A small boy with a strange art. For some reason, that boy had dozens of wolves around him, all of them mauled, burned to death. The man who told me the story was a guard. On that day, the Baron found Isaac, and Vargas told his father that he would very much like to take care of Isaac, and that they should do that. And for that day on, Isaac became a lackey of Baron Vargas, Just 2 years after that, the late Baron passed away and Vargams himself came to power. And Isaac grew to be the one he is now. Of course, there's something even more strange about this. Of course, I suppose since I, with such limited information, was able to put it together, so will you. The man told me that the boy, Isaac, on that day, kept saying, "No, no, I need to go back to my sister. I need to save her." But that sister of him was never found.
Kiedis is gonna look at Irina and stay quiet.
You see that Irina is wide-eyed, don't say anything, see a bit of shock. Well, my friends, I suppose I should leave you to it. Huh? I will say that I will be staying at the tavern for the time being. And if you need anything else, well, come look for me. I'm sure I can look around for you. But like I said, it depends on what it is, huh? There's some things that are a bit out of boundaries, if you know what I mean.
Petra will nod her head at him.
He smiles,
Done well.
pockets the coins, everything, and goes away.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Kita?
I think we're all thinking for each other.
It can't
Alright,
be.
Irina?
It can't be, can it? I
don't know. You said he looked familiar, but you couldn't figure out what.
Yeah, but I need some time to think. Can you give me a moment for today, at least?
Sure. Just be safe, okay?
Yeah. And she seems pensive and starts to look around, almost like searching for something, a reason maybe, or an explanation. And then you leave her be at the second floor as you go out of the blue water inn.
Well, Kita is just gonna go about halfway down the stairs along the side of the building and just kind of sit and just put her hands in her head in her hands and just sit there and quiet and thinking, contemplating.
Wow. That's a bit of a more information than we needed.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Do you think going ahead and speaking to Vargas, knowing what we know at the moment, might be a good idea? It's not like I'm going to mention this in front of him. I don't think that's what I'm saying. I'm just wondering if... No.
Well, you heard her taught you as well as anybody else. We started this. We need to see it to an end. I don't know what that means. I just know after listening to him, we can't leave until we've seen it to an end here.
Do you think? And before she finishes her sentence, she just kind of stops and goes. Actually, I won't say it just in case, but I'll say to each person telepathically, should we eliminate Vargas before we go? Is that what we're saying?
If it comes to it,
Like, I know I made my comments whilst we were in that little circle before. Mind you, I still feel that way, if I'm honest.
I just.
We
Where
might
does
have
that
to.
leave Locky?
I don't know,
To
but
Isaac?
I have a feeling if we did, I think Isaac would retaliate. But with what we know, it might dissuade him from doing something to us.
Or to persuade him to take us out of the picture? So him and his sister can be back together again?
That is a possibility. But Octavio is right. We started something. We need to finish it. And I don't think tonight is the right night.
Given what we just found out, do you really think any night's going to be the right night?
I don't know, but if we do it tonight, we will have to leave town right away. I have a feeling we would have to, because the guards would be on us. The town might be okay with the fact of what. Yeah.
I'm not convinced the guard follows Vargas because they respect Vargas. Perhaps some do. I think a lot of them are just under his thumb. You were in the same room I was when we were on trial after clearing the spawn from the town square. The men that spoke on behalf of us, it definitely didn't sound like they respected him. I think if this happens, he's just going to kind of look around and see if there's anybody that could possibly be listening to us at this point.
Doesn't seem to be anyone around there.
I think if we go in that direction, Vargas, Isaac, that whole group needs to go. And now that Lady Fiona is behind bars and sentenced to death. I don't know who that leaves for Velaki,
I know this
but
is
if we
gonna
take
sound.
if we clear the whole board, maybe this town's better off.
I think, and I know this is gonna sound presumptuous in me saying this, but I honestly think his son, he didn't seem to care about what his father does. And I don't think he has the same. I don't think he has the same intentions as the way his father would rule. Yes, he's a little bit young, but
But where did he go?
I don't know. But if we can get him to lead, if something was to happen, then that might be one option. Otherwise, I don't know. Dean? He seems very empathetic to what we've done. I doubt he would fight against us if we did. And I think he has the high intentions of protecting this town as well.
Then we find Victor and we convince him to take the reins.
But the thinking is we need to do... Vargas needs to disappear. And I think as Geronimo said, if not tonight, then when? If we're gonna do this, it's either we do it tonight or we carefully plan.
Which brings me to my next point of something you really want to talk about in the open. You heard what Octavio said. He's got ears and eyes everywhere.
What time of the day is it at the moment? Is it past midday or anything?
A bit past midday, I would say.
I don't know where exactly would be a good place to talk, but...
Well,
Do you think Lady Fiona's basement is being guarded at the moment? They've got everything they wanted from her place. You don't think they would still post guards there, right?
And there
don't
might
know.
still be something there of value that we could use to help fund. As well, just saying.
It's only been a day. Do you think they have the house cleared? I would imagine guard is there around the clock, searching the place for anything that might be of value to Vargas.
I think if we just walk past there and see if there's anyone there first, we could go ahead and just look first. And if it looks like someone is there, like a guard, who knows? It might be one of those guards who actually does like us, and we could go ahead and convince them that we're just looking to make sure that we haven't misplaced any of our stuff there.
Perhaps.
We just have to be careful. As I said, otherwise, I think the docks at the lake, out in the open. We can see if there's anyone around there. So I doubt anyone could hide in a plain open area like that. Is another option.
Well, there's always the room. If Octavio thought it was private enough for that conversation, perhaps it's quiet enough for this conversation.
But he's also very vague on purpose.
Yes.
Hmm.
Well, I don't know where to talk, but I have a suggestion. If we are trying to find Victor, we have Ernst in the inn. If we have the gold, I'm sure he's the man that would be able to find him.
Okay. I think we might need to get our information broker, as I'll call him now, to see if he can find Victor.
Okay.
Do I see him anywhere downstairs?
You want to look for him?
I'm guessing. Yeah, I would like to look for him. Yes.
Of course. You do seem to find him downstairs, inside there. Let me put you guys on a map here, but he is inside, yes.
That's okay. I'll go up to him and basically be very. I'm gonna say the word flirty to make it look like I'm just being very much like a very flirty person, and I'll just sit beside him and I'll just turn around and have conversations with him. But I'm going to telepathically ask him to nod if he can do this. I need for you to find Vargas's son and bring him back to town. Can you do this for a platinum?
You do see that he takes a paper and a note and starts to scribe into it as he talks to you, doing two things at the same time, and says, "Oh, of course, my dear horn devil," and gives you the note, and you can see that he's deft at what he does. The movement is sly, and it does it in a way that his hand is behind him, so the others cannot see. Passes you the note and says, "Yeah, I suppose now that my employer is not here anymore, that I would probably be best here, alongside wine and things like that." But the preoccupation of Danica seems to put me a bit on edge about the wine. Huh?
I'm taking that as a yes that he can do it. I'll take that platinum. I'll grab his hand and I'll place the platinum within his hand. And I'll turn and say, "Well, I hope you enjoy your stay here." And she'll give a wink, because you know where to find me.
Of course.
And she'll just go ahead and say, "Beautiful. Then I'll see you sometime soon." And she'll kiss him on both sides of the cheek, and she'll just leave and walk back to the group.
All right. And you do have his note alongside.
I provide that note to everyone else to read, and once it's read, I will throw it into the little the brazier that's off to the side of the steps outside. Once read.
All right. You see that
What the hell does this mean?
the note seems to say that he doesn't know if he's would be able to bring him, because that's not the kind of thing he does, but he will pass the message. And if you want to pass any message to him, you should write it down and leave at the second brush to the right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well, perhaps we tell him to meet us at Lake Zarovich tonight.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. So I won't burn the note then. We'll write underneath saying, get him to meet at Lake Zarovich by tonight.
All right.
And I will, fuck it, I'll go back and do it. I'll just turn, I'll fold the note up. I'll go back to him and say, oh, I forgot. Just make sure you get it attended to as soon as possible, and she'll slide the note back to him.
Slide your hand.
Oh, fuck. Wait,
I suppose there was a reason. I suppose there was a reason for him to tell you to leave it down.
He said to put it in the bush, Percha.
Oh, right.
You-
No, fuck it.
It's
I-
too
I-
late.
Yeah.
It's too late. Go ahead, slide of hand.
Yeah, I fucked up. Okay.
It's all good.
Hour of observation.
Wow, that rolled, but it's not. Did that go
You-
through to you?
I think it was on
There you go,
blind
slide.
there. You see
No.
that
No,
You-
no, that's not Perch's role.
you see that he grabs it, drops it on the ground, and says, "Oh, of course, my dear. You dropped this though."
Sure, and we'll exchange. And what did I get?
No, he gave you back your paper, so because
Oh,
he didn't seem to think you did a good job of hiding it, so he's just
Oh.
giving you
Yeah, maybe
escape,
put it in the bush, Percha.
escape way there, and smiles.
yeah.
Hey, Percha, you should maybe just put it in the bush like he asked you to.
Realizing what that was, I'll probably go ahead and put it in. I'll walk out and go ahead and drop it off in the
Of
bush.
course. You were
I'll tell you
here.
what he
You
said.
got. yeah. He said so far back, right?
I know. Oh,
Uh,
shoot me dead.
all right. You get.
I sure hope Octavio didn't see that.
Hopefully, he
get-
has bad
Yeah.
perception.
You can see a disapproving nod come from Big Tavern. And,
Oh dear.
you can probably even think about what he's saying. He's like, maybe the next group. maybe the next group is going to do it. well.
It's the wine. It got me thinking wrong. It was the wine.
It's alright. You see that Ernst Laird seemed to have salvaged in a way a bit. Alright. You do that, you leave the note there, and
Yep.
it is at this point that I will say that, Galen, you have currently a connection with the book you found. You realize that every single sheet there, besides the first one who seemed to tell the story that you witnessed just a night back, are blank. But you can feel emanating from it the pulse of magic. Almost like something is being written in it as you carry it.
I guess I'll take a look at it, but
Well, that's your decision. You wanna look at it?
yeah, I'll take a look at it.
Of course. You do take a look at it. And you see that the first words on the next page start to be written. They flow in a golden letter there. And you realize that a story is being written there. At this point, you see a single phrase. Let me tell you here what the phrase is. You see a phrase being written there. It says, let me do something here before this, because this is good.
Oh god. Secret room time, everyone! Just kidding.
That would be funny.
You start to read what's being written. And it says, I was the warrior. I was good and just. I thundered across the land like the wrath of a just god. And that's when your vision starts to go black. Not only yours, but everyone around you there, or the group.
Whoa!
And then
Yep.
you are transported again, much like before, to a new place. But
I
this
gotta
place
stop drinking.
different from the others. You are sent into what seems to be a battle camp. You seem to be guards there. And you are being guided inside this tent by none other than Rahadim himself. And when you go in, you see this.
Black screen.
Going to take a second there, but it's going to show up shortly. Can everyone see?
I dropped my halberd.
Yeah, it's still loaded. There you
Yeah, it's still loaded to me as well.
All right.
We're in.
go. Oh boy. Look at this.
Dibs.
You see 3 people there, and you can hear from outside, and you saw as you came in a huge camp, hundreds and hundreds of soldiers around. You see the banners with a raven seal, and as you are led inside the stand by Rahadin, you are met with a stout figure that, although doesn't look like the Strahd that you know now, he doesn't have the unmistakable yellowish and reddish eyes of the vampire lord. He is Strahd nonetheless. And as soon as you arrive, he seems to regard you as elite soldiers from his army. He says, "Oh, Rahadin, finally here, friend. Please come along and bring the elite squad. You, come. Let's discuss our next steps on this battle." And this is where we are going to end today's session. And see where this leads us
Boo.
next time.
Ooh, we didn't even get to fight anything.
Well, let's see next time if you are going to be so happy about fighting. Well, good to have you along.
Full
Hopefully,
initiative.
we will have more people playing with us next time. We don't know, but we'll continue from here as you arrive at the war tent to discuss whatever battle it's going to happen here. All right?
Alrighty. So a battle's
Yeah.
gonna happen. Sweet, I'm down.